Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Yes, I'm your big brother Griggs, and you are tuned in to Over the Hump Wednesday. Last week we talked about stop crying and trying, start pursuing and doing. Let you know we read all your comments, everything that you put down. It means something to us. Thank you for your comments. I wanted you to know that I care. That's what today's topic is about. I care. And I want to start with it. We're going to break it down one by one, letter by letter. I care is the new way for you to live your everyday life. Whatever you pursuing, whatever you've gotten out of your way of, and you started going after, I care. Starting with the I. Integrity. You got to have integrity in anything that you do. What's integrity, Griggs? It's real simple. They're principles that you're not willing to back down off of. Too often we start rolling, we get our dreams going, everything's moving in the right direction, and there's somebody in there that throws a left hook at it. Maybe it's that cupcake that you've been eyeing in the cabinet for the last 2 weeks, and for some reason today it's calling me, and I'm about to get right off my fitness wagon. Maybe it's a relationship that they want to do things that really don't line up with your vision and your purpose. It's time for that to go. There's certain things. Integrity is a set of principles that you're not able to compromise. You doing too much compromising. Stop compromising yourself. Stop compromising your goals and live your life with integrity. Honest principles that you will not back down off of. To the C. C is commitment. A lot of the times when we get off on our road, we going after our goals, you're trying to start that new business, you're doing everything that you're supposed to, and then the hurdles come, financial hurdles come. Maybe you're not getting as much response as you like. You got to commit yourself, commit your resources, commit your time to your business and see that thing through. There's nothing more important than your commitment. It's the centerpiece, that pivot head that makes everything move side to side, front to back. You got to be committed. Your integrity and your commitment. That's how we start this thing off, guys. To the A, accountability. Accountability. Sometimes when we got things going on, you start giving yourself excuses. You start excusing little things. Little things, a little leaven, yeast the whole lump. It doesn't take very much to get you off of your track. A cupcake today is tomorrow's cake. Today's cookie is tomorrow's bag of chips. You understand? Today's compromising a relationship with somebody that's doing things to you that you know aren't right is tomorrow's abuse. Yes, you have got to hold yourself accountable. I don't know what it's going to take. In certain cases, you got apps. You got apps on your phone. You got apps on your iPads, your computers that you can log into, and they'll hold you accountable for weight loss. They'll hold you accountable for the things that you want to do. They'll hold you. Maybe you don't have an app. Maybe you go out and you get a 365-day devotional that every day you set yourself down and you're going to read it. Or maybe it goes off on your phone and you know today is the day that I have to read such and such a chapter or so many pages. But you have to commit and hold yourself accountable. If you don't have those type of things, you don't have those things at your disposal, turn to your right and to your left and look for somebody that's headed the same direction that you're headed, a friend, a companion, and get an accountability buddy. All right? On to the R and to the E. And now usually we break them up, but the R and the E are synonymous with each other. Raise your expectations. You're setting the bar too low. Anybody can step over a bar that's down here. Raise your expectations. You got to have more expectations of yourself. There's nothing, absolutely, positively nothing that anybody's ever accomplished that's great with a mediocre expectation. That's an expectation in your relationships. It's an expectation in your finances. It's an expectation of your work output on your fitness goals. You got to raise your expectations. If people around you aren't working hard enough and you're the leader, raise that expectation. You got to lift them up. And the only way that you do that is by performing at a higher level that forces them to come to your level. And if they're not willing to meet you at your level, then it's time for you to keep your integrity and say to you, you don't fit. You don't fit. And be committed to your vision and continue to move forward with people who are willing to raise the bar. You gotta raise the bar. Nobody ever became great hanging around people that they were comfortable with. It's a stretch. You gotta stretch. You gotta stretch. When you seen Superman come out from Clark Kent, he was stretching out that shirt, man. Let's stretch. You know what I mean? That's the only way that you're going to get to that next level. That next level. All right, so I care. Integrity, commitment, accountability, and raising expectations. All right, I'm going to say it again because I want you to get this. Integrity, commitment, accountability, and raising expectations. All right, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about it. Sometimes when we get off on this thing, the I care part of it is pivotal because you have what your eyes see and then there's what your mind sees. Your mind's eye versus eyesight. And a lot of people say hindsight is 20/20. Well, I'm going to dare you to commit to not just investing in what your eyes see, but in what your mind sees. We already talked about the fact that the dreams are the blueprints to your reality, where your vision, your mind sight is what has to direct your eyesight. You have to keep your eyes on what it is your mind sees. And what am I talking about? What are you talking about, Griggs? My eyesight, my mind sight. What does that even mean? When you look up and your reality around you doesn't seem to be producing the results that you want, stop feeling like a failure. You cannot fail. We touched on this already. Some of you are back there already. You cannot fail until you decide to stop operating. So stop looking out of your eyes around you and thinking that the party's over. You got to stay focused on that mind sight, that vision. You got to become obsessed with that vision. Get that vision. And let that be what drives you home. Stop thinking it's impossible. Stop listening to those around you that is causing your eyesight to see the wrong thing. Anybody that's standing in the corner thinks that there's just shadows around. But when you turn around, if you got that mind sight to turn around, you'll see the room around you. The TV's in it. The people there that love you. The real things. Everything that you see ain't real. I don't care what you got to do. Read a book. Look for it. Find it. You got to find that thing. You're doing too much. You're not looking in the right places. Trust your mind. Trust that thing inside of your heart. Right now, you're sitting in a place and you honestly have started to believe that you can't get out. That's a lie. It's a lie. You're looking at your bank account. You feel like you'll never get out of a debt. It's a lie. It's a lie. And I care. So when it comes up again and it gets rough and your eyesight ain't right, rewind this back and know that I care. The question is, do you care? Do you care enough to stick with the I care pledge? Integrity, commitment, accountability, and raising your expectations. It's your big brother Griggs, man. We'll see you next week on Over the Hump Wednesday.